Let's get it. As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork you will not get anywhere else. Nice, fairly cool day today. Knocked out a quick 6 miles as we get ready, as we get back into routine, get back into regular, normal routine. Got to head over to the school later today. As far as today's Move Swiftly thought, one of the things, that I really gained an appreciation for throughout these past 72 hours as I took the trip to Tampa to see my Michigan Wolverines take care of some Alabama Crimson Tide ass. And on that note, how about that ass kicking that Ohio State gave the Oregon Ducks yesterday? And I'm telling you, man, that's what this game's all about. It's you never can look in the past. It's always about what's happening right now, the highs and lows. One of the things that was just absolutely triggering watching that was to know just a year ago was us in that same stadium in that Rose Bowl game, having a big victory. And now you got to see that team, that Ohio State, that Scarlet and Gray team, right, win a Rose Bowl. So that's what the game will do to you. It's about showing up every single day, which is, again, why I run my business in the way I run the business, where it's about what you're doing today. Every single day stands on its own. So as you can hear, I'm still battling the voice. It's getting better. It's getting a little better. Just some tea a little later, and I'll be all ready to roll tomorrow's live stream to break down some of the top moments of 2024 and get back on the roll with things. All right. So as far as today's Move Swiftly thought, like I was mentioning before I got distracted, one of the things that I truly appreciated these past couple of days was seeing the band, the Michigan band and the Alabama band, and seeing how much they do for the organization. That's one of the things that I missed out a lot of as a player because I was so focused on playing ball. When you gain the appreciation of watching these choreographers, these conductors, these people that are really organizing the music and really engaging the fans the way that they did and the hard work that they put in. You got to think they performed at the beach day, they performed at the Ballad of Bands in the parade, and then they performed again for the alumni group, and then they were performing throughout the whole game. So when it comes to the music and when it comes to that artwork and that creativity, one of the things that I have gained an appreciation for is just that. So as far as the reason I'm bringing all of this up is because whenever I go on road trips, there's a certain album that I listen to from start to finish. It doesn't matter how long the road trip is. Normally I'll knock out a couple good podcasts. I'll listen to some of the audiobook that I may be listening to on Audible at that point. But once I want to hear some music, and I'm like, look, I want to hear an album all the way through, no matter what. Like, if you ask me, I had to have one album. I could only pick one album that I could listen to all the way through without skipping one song. Without a question, it's that Miseducation by Lauryn Hill. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was the album that I listened to on my way up to Orlando. And, I'm bringing all this up because as you get into this new year and as you think about what you're going to establish, how you're going to be established in 2025, you got to be thinking long term. This is one of the reasons I'm always talking about it. You hear not just me, but a lot of thought leaders out there speak on the concept of not setting resolutions, but setting goals. And the goal should be, how do you create a piece of artwork that's going to stand the test of time? When it comes to this Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, I remember actually having the CD version of the album back when CDs were actually being sold, right? Back when it was actually a thing and CD players were actually being made and all that kind of stuff. You had the square case with the circle CD and all that. And even to this day, you could pull that album up. I pulled it up on Amazon Music and I listened to it the whole way through, and it takes on just as much. In fact, it takes on more of a meaning because a lot of her lyrics, a lot of the things that she was speaking of in that song, when she would, you have the song and then she would have certain kids that are talking throughout the album in between songs, and it's one of those things where she's just telling an incredible story. So as far as the takeaway from what we're discussing today is, think of how you can tell your story. Use your creativity, use your light, use your uniqueness to tell a story every single day that's going to make it so somebody listening to it 10, 30, 40, 50, a century from now can pop it in whatever device, whatever whatever's going to be used at that particular time, and they can just listen to it the whole way through and have that story packaged in that manner, so you can continue to serve the people that you want to serve. All right. So all that being said, main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, it's makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs as one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Check it out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.